Good evening, you're watching Estuary News. Coming up, we head to Humberside Airport to have a look at a new £5 million training academy. We'll go along to check out council works to restore a former art college in Grimsby, and we have a look at a new retail hub in Beverley. And most importantly, we discover what is the region's favourite sandwich. Welcome to Estuary News. I'm Hugh Richards. Last week saw the official opening of a new training academy at Humberside Airport. The R.H. Mitchell Aircraft Maintenance Academy will train aircraft technicians to repair planes and get them into work on places such as military bases. The local council hopes this is the start of a period of investment in the local job market, as we've suffered job losses at Tata Steel. We want to find out more.
10 months ago it was just an empty space. Now it's a £5 million state-of-the-art training academy aiming to train the next generation of aircraft engineers, run by one of the world's biggest aircraft manufacturers.
We're celebrating two things. I think first of all the building and the occupation of this fantastic new benchmark facility for our maintenance trainees, and then secondly we're commemorating the success of last year's trainee throughput. It's taken 10 months from cutting turf to occupying the facility that we have today. I think a tremendous achievement for all parties that have been involved.
The R.J. Mitchell Aircraft Maintenance Academy, named after the inventor of the Spitfire, will create 150 jobs over the next 3 years for apprentice aircraft technicians, giving them the chance to work on air bases across the globe. For BAE, it gives them a chance to train a highly skilled workforce that isn't readily available.
We're going through quite a growth in our export markets at the moment, which demands competent people to go and furnish the support of the customer's aircraft. So as I said before, it's over 1,000 people over the next 5 to 6 years. We need somewhere to train them because they're just not locally available. It brings to BAE the opportunity to train over 1,000 people over the next 5 years and beyond in top-class maintenance engineering, both from a hands-on skill point of view as well as an analytical point of view as well.
The job losses at Tata Steel and Scunthorpe have cast shadows over the North Lincolnshire jobs market. But the council says that the investment in the training academy and upcoming projects like the Able Marine Energy Park will create a highly skilled, localised workforce.
Yeah, it's really important. This £4 million building will provide a state-of-the-art training facility for local people and for BAE, but particularly for the local economy. It's really important that we actually attract more engineers into the area, because we've also got the Marine Energy Park happening, and we have a real skill shortage in engineers. And I think to have such an exciting opportunity to train with something like BAE and work on jet fighters, it will do a lot in the local area to attract people into the engineering industry.
For apprentices on the scheme, the new training facilities offer unique opportunities to enhance their future career prospects.
It gives you first on-hand experience straight away, so it means that you go through the modules, learn about the aircraft, learn about your trade, and then in your second year you get to go onto an RAF base and work on the aircraft properly with other RAF personnel. Yes, definitely. It means that there's no surprises as soon as you get into the full-time job. So yeah, it's definitely very beneficial.
A North East Lincolnshire councillor is working to restore the former art college on Eleanor Street in Grimsby to its former glory. It comes after a large fire ripped through the derelict site. Erica Barker spoke to the Liberal Democratic councillor for the East Marsh, Councillor Steve Besant.
It was potentially built in the late 1800s, opened up as Wintringham School, and then it became the technical school. Many people forget it was the technical school, and then it's obviously moved into the hands of the art college, well, before it became Grimsby Institute, and then it obviously went in its sad demise. But to be honest, it's a fantastic building, but unfortunately now it's a challenge for youngsters. It is. Sooner or later, if we're not careful, if we don't stop them getting in there, there's going to be a death on our hands. There is. And this building is safe on the outside, but it's not on the inside. The fire brigade won't go in there. It's quite clear they're not going to see a death on their hands. They're not. And my appeal to any youngster watching this: just don't go in this building. I would like to see my first £1 million house in this area, and this could start the regeneration of the East Marsh. It could do. It'd be fantastic when that planning application is deposited. I've been pushing the officers over the last few days, and the main thing is that I meet with the developer and the other ward councillors, but we also invite the residents there because they should have an input of what is going to be is going on this site. They want to see what is going on this site because they want to see aspirations as well as me, and we want to make sure it's good concrete development. One that doesn't change the frontage of the building as such, and one which we can see real good quality living accommodation.
You're watching Estuary News. Still to come tonight. What's your favourite lunchtime treat? We discover our region's favourite sandwiches. We're not going to leave it alone. We'll take a look inside Hull's Pickering Park for an autumn montage, and we'll have all the latest sports news ahead of the big games this weekend. At the cost of £125 million, Beverley's brand new Flemingate development is now open, consisting of several popular high street chains as well as a 500-space car park, a 1,000-seater cinema and a Premier Inn. It'll offer a new type of shopping experience to residents of the town and visitors from the wider area. Dan Kemp went to find out more.
As it was opened by Hull's famous bee lady Jean Bishop, long queues of people waited to take their first glimpse inside the new Debenhams store on Flemingate, one of its marquee attractions, and it's hoped it'll make a real economic impact on Beverley.
Beverley's been under retail for a generation in terms of the size of retailing and the amount that could fit into Beverley. It only trades at about 38-39 pence in the pound of the Beverley spending pound is actually spent in Beverley. A market town like Beverley should be in the mid-50s. So it's actually sort of correcting the balance that should have been happening sort of 10-20 years ago. So it's now actually bringing it into the modern era.
It's taken 10 years from the first mention of a new site in Beverley's historic town to the almost finished product we see now, with several challenges that had to be overcome in between.
10 years ago this site was only a chemical works. 10 years ago in the Army Transport Museum, they both shut down the same year, and we set about a plan to regenerate this whole area, which has included 130 houses which have already been completed, the college which opened in September.
Created 700 jobs in the local community. We've got the college next door, East Riding College, and we are in conversations with them. Their students will obviously come and shop here, but the hope is also that some of them will develop their skills and come over here and work as well.
The Minster is integral to the design of the scheme. The dead centre of the Minster is the dead centre of the main mall, and it's what it actually done is bringing the Minster right into the middle of Beverley. It was the bookend of Beverley was the Minster. It's now right in the heart of Beverley because of the main part of Beverley and the Flemingate scheme.
If you look down Flemingate, if you look at what they've done, there's 1 million bricks gone down. If you look at the shape of the building, it's not a typical mall. This is been built very sympathetically towards Beverley, so it will meld in.
And now work is continuing to get the remainder of the site ready.
And Dan joins me now, having come back from there with a few local stories. But first of all, Dan, thank you. Good evening. That looked like a very attractive development.
Yes, it's very exciting. £125 million. I think the most exciting thing about it is not just the shopping area, but also the fact it's got a hotel, cinema, and obviously a 500-space car park as well. I think it's just exciting for the town that now they can make the Minster the focal point of it instead of being, I suppose, off to a side of the shopping area. Now people are going to be going past the Minster between the shops as well, which is obviously great for them.
Beautiful Minster, as we all know very well.
As we discussed yesterday, I believe.
What news have you found for me?
The first story, this is in the Grimsby Telegraph. This is about garden waste charges, which have been all over the news for the last 6 months or so in North East Lincolnshire. And this is that the Conservative leader of North East Lincolnshire Council, of course, Philip Jackson, he's saying there should be no increase in the annual price of garden waste collections, and in fact says he believes they should be lower than the £30 at the minute. At present, over 26,000 properties have opted in, but 37,000 have not signed up. So obviously it's not quite done its job, I don't think. What's
the alternative? If you don't want to pay the extra, I suppose you can just take your garden waste over to the... There's a big tip in Grimsby, which is a very well kept...
Yeah, exactly. They're saying if you want to deal with it yourself, you can do, but for the price of £30, which I think it sounds quite a lot to start with, but I suppose when you factor in the cost of travelling to the tip so many times, and
I guess so. It's an option anyway.
Yeah, it's an option. It's an option.
Seems
exactly.
a bit pricey when you're already paying to have your rubbish taken away to have to pay twice to have the same service.
Yeah, the Conservatives are suggesting this £25 or reduction anyway. But the other options that have been also put forward for them to consider are increasing the price to £35 or £40 or remaining the same as well. So I know which one the residents, I'm sure, would pick.
I'm glad I've got a very small garden. What else have you got?
Yes, the next story, this is about objections to install a 58-metre wind turbine in Barton. This is in the Scunthorpe Telegraph. Councillors have objected to plans which would see the turbine put up on Hawkstow Road, which would be 58 metres high.
OK, Barton, very windy place though.
It is, yeah, on the river. But they've decided that they didn't think it would be a good idea. They think it'll spoil the scenic views of the world, disrupt local wildlife habitats, of course, especially on the Humber Estuary special protection
we were discussing
area.
all this on Hot Topic just this last week. One more story, very quickly.
Yes, one more story. This is John Coverley, who's 57, I believe. He's from Hull. He's found objects of iron works under the floorboards in his house on Springbank.
Very good.
Which he believes might be part of a former zoo, which apparently was shut in 1862 to make way for the house he lives in now.
Dan, are you going to be talking about the sport a little later?
Yes, after the break we'll have some sports news. I've been to see Paul Hurst, the Grimsby town manager, ahead of the FA Cup games tomorrow, and also Steve Bruce as well. Hull City on their injury problems going into the game against Middlesbrough.
Looking forward to that, Dan. Thanks very much. Join us again after the break. Dan's sport news and much more. Welcome back. You're watching Estuary News. Earlier this week, the nation celebrated National Sandwich Day, which I'm told is the nation's favourite day. We took to the streets of Grimsby to find out what are the favourite fillings.
Oh, chicken. Yeah, chicken mayo.
And can I ask you the same question?
Chicken.
And can I ask you why chicken is your favourite sandwich filling?
Yeah, I don't think it's just easy. So tasty.
Because I'm not supposed to eat red meat.
Chicken and bacon, because I don't really know it. It's just nice. Yeah, it's just nice. Bit of mayo.
If you did, it would be tuna though, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Just I'm quite boring. Yeah, to be honest.
Probably the same.
My favourite filling would be chicken and coleslaw, and it's just really, chicken's my favourite food, and so if I can get it in a sandwich, I tend to.
Does it have to be a cold sandwich or can I have a hot sandwich? Because I've just had Thai sweet chicken and mozzarella, which is nice because I like the spice, but the creaminess of the mozzarella as well.
Yeah.
So I would say Thai sweet chicken for me.
Mine would be a roast ham, really nice roast ham with apple chutney. 'Cause I love chutney.
Oh, egg and cress, free range egg. I'm vegetarian, I don't like the caged eggs. Yeah, that's it.
I'm just a traditionalist. I like egg mayonnaise sandwiches.
A favourite sandwich is a bacon butty.
More sandwich news now. We wanted to know what is the region's best-selling sandwich. We went to sandwich shops on both the north and the south banks of the Humber to find out.
The humble sandwich is a British institution. We manage to consume over 11.5 billion of them each year. In fact, we make enough sandwiches every year to stretch around the world over 8 times.
But with so much choice, is there a favourite sandwich filling? And more to the point, do the favourites on the South Bank differ with those on the North? Such an important question needs answering. At the Scrummy Yummy Sandwich Shop in Immingham, the customers have clear favourites.
My favourite sandwich is a roast pork with stuffing and apple sauce.
My favourite one's tuna and red onion and lettuce.
My favourite from here, I would say, would be a ham salad. It's always fresh, it's lovely.
My favourite sandwich filling is roast pork with crackling, stuffing and apple sauce.
My favourite sandwich filling is a ham salad because it doesn't lay very heavy after you've eaten it.
Chicken mayo.
My husband loves the BLT because the bacon's just right, he says.
My favourites, well, I think my number one is a ham salad, a traditional ham salad, followed by a bacon. I really do like bacon with brie. Bacon and brie, it's absolutely fantastic.
But what are the best-selling sandwich fillings?
Our top 3 sellers is obviously the bacon, a bacon sandwich in the morning, and then we have a chicken tikka, but the #1 seller that everyone seems to be going for nowadays is a chicken and bacon, and that's in a light mayonnaise. That seems to be the popular one.
But what about the favourites over the river on the North Bank? The Snackery in Hull also caters for the taste of all its customers, but will the favourites be the same?
My favourite sandwich is chicken salad on brown with salad cream.
My favourite sandwich filling is sausage and bacon with tomato sauce.
My favourite sandwich filling's got to be the barbecue pulled pork.
Well, my favourite sandwich has got to be bacon on ciabatta. It's lovely and chewy and tasty.
Most definitely, I think the top 1 is a bacon sandwich. Second, we're looking at chicken and bacon mayo in our shop. And then we're talking about cheese salad with lots of red onion on it.
So let's compare the top 3.
In Hull, we like cheese salad, chicken and bacon, and then top of the list is a simple bacon sandwich.
Whereas in Immingham, we like a bacon sandwich, but then also a chicken tikka, and finally a chicken and bacon.
Whichever way you slice it, it seems that we're both fans of bacon.
Especially early in the morning.
Definitely my favourite.
But what makes a good sandwich?
I suppose, sandwiches are also healthy, they're nutritious, they're very, very tasty, and from our point of view, the important thing is to make sure your ingredients are gorgeous, and then you've got a lovely sandwich. First of all, make sure you've got fantastic bread, proper butter, lovely fresh salads, fresh meats, not anything that's processed. So for us, we can make sure we're giving our customers a really healthy, tasty sandwich.
A good sandwich, it needs good bread, it needs a really, really good filling with prime fillings and plenty of it. Not scrimping and scraping, it needs to be a really good filling.
According to research by the British Sandwich Association, the total annual weight of shop-bought sandwiches in the UK came to over 380,000 tonnes. So why are they so popular?
Well, of course, sandwiches are wonderful and very tasty, but they're also very convenient. I think for people on their way to work, in the mornings or at lunchtime, it's a way for them to make sure they get something proper to eat during the day.
It's one of the biggest sellers, worldwide, not just the UK, but worldwide. We need to be supporting that sandwich. It's quick, it's easy, it's versatile, and you can literally eat it on the go.
Right, that's enough sandwiches. It is, as the poet John Keats said, the season of mists and mellow fruitfulness. So we sent James Smart along to Pickering Park in Hull to make this rather beautiful autumn montage. Dan Kemp still with me for the sports news. Dan.
Hull City take on one of their biggest challenges of the season as they host Middlesbrough tomorrow in the Championship. Win for the Tigers is likely to keep them at the summit of the second tier. Scunthorpe United kick off their FA Cup campaign as they host fellow League One outfit Southend. The Shrimpers, managed by ex-Hull boss Phil Brown, sit level on points with the Iron, who are without the cup tie Tommy Rowe for the game at Glanford Park. Grimsby Town are also in cup action as they host St Albans City. The Mariners have been boosted by the news that Connor Townsend has extended his loan with the club until January. Elsewhere, North Ferriby United host Boston United in the National League North. Back to Hull City now, and their boss Steve Bruce has been speaking to the media this morning. Here's the team news.
Well, everybody's okay. I think Alex is struggling. I don't think Curtis Davis will make it, so big opportunity for Harry Maguire. So apart from that though, we're okay. Robert Snodgrass will probably try and play in the game next week, trying to arrange a game for him. It's been a great 2 weeks for him because he's been training with us. So we welcome him back in the next 10 days or so, which can only give everybody a huge lift too.
Meanwhile, Bruce has been reflecting on the start to the season his side's made. The Tigers are currently joint top of the Championship.
When we're on a good run, you must take advantage of it, but round the corner in football, there's always, you know, Brighton haven't been beaten yet, and are not top of the league, which is a fantastic achievement. We've gone 15 games without being beaten. So it just shows you how difficult it is. And there's 3, 4, 5, 6 teams where we keep winning, but there's no daylight between us.
And finally at City, Bruce has missed out on being named Championship Manager of the Month for October, despite taking 13 from 15 points and progressing to the quarterfinals of the Capital One Cup. Scunthorpe's Mark Robbins has been awarded the prize in League One after steering the Iron from a relegation battle to a current mid-table position. Grimsby boss Paul Hurst has dismissed any chance of him putting out a weakened team for their FA Cup first-round clash with St Albans tomorrow, and as promised, here is the Mariners gaffer.
I'll be putting a team out that I feel strong, that I feel is going to give us the best opportunity to get into second round. We haven't played for the past couple of midweeks, as in I don't count Friday night game realistically. Yes, we've got Barra coming up, but you know they fit the majority of young lads that can certainly cope with playing Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday on you know a one-off basis in the past couple of weeks. So no thoughts of resting people for Tuesday.
Hull FC youngster Jack Logan says it's an honour to wear the number 4 shirt for the Black and Whites during the 2016 season. The 20-year-old centre has been handed the iconic number, formerly worn by greats Kirk Yeeman and James Luluai, after scoring 5 tries in his breakthrough year 2015. And applications for next year's Hull Marathon open this morning. It'll take place on Sunday the 18th of September 2016. And that's all for your sport.
Thanks, Dan. If you have a news story for us, sandwich related or not, please contact us on social media or Twitter, Facebook, news@estuary.tv. For now, good evening.
Estuary TV weather, sponsored by Rix Petroleum, your local family-owned heating oil supplier this winter.
Hello and welcome to Estuary TV's weather. Saturday will become cloudy with some rain spreading in from the southwest. Some heavier spells of rain are likely, with winds also increasing and a maximum temperature of 14 degrees. Sunday mostly mild after a cold start, but often wet as successive weather systems move through.
Rix, servicing the region's oil boilers this winter from a name you can trust. Get in touch at rix.co.uk or call us on 01482 838383.